Diego Lopes.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Back up.
We'll see how it goes for him tonight against Gavin Tucker, back for the first time in a long time. Fight Clock brought to you by Jimmy John's. Gavin Tucker in green, Diego Lopes counters in black.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, John, for Lopez. You know, getting the performance bonus, fight of the night, I think it was, getting that 50K plus his show money. Changed his life, changed his mother's life.
Yeah.
I mean, on the regional scene in mixed martial arts before the UFC, there's not a lot of money, but that's why you do it.
Oh, yeah, that's not a... That was not a game.
Instant reaction by Lopez. We'll check the replay.
Power shot.
I mean, bullseye, if that's what you're going for.
The reaction from all the men around him.
From Sean Shelby, he is cringing over there. I mean, that's not a good way to start a fight. I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, Lopez, it hurt, but then I think when he saw it on TV, it hurt him worse.
Exactly. It's like, that's what I just went through.
So as most of our viewership knows, Diego Lopez will have 5 minutes to recover here. And even though that strike was unintentional, Michael, not out of the realm of possibility that you take a point if it's severe enough. I don't believe he will, but...
No, that's not on purpose. Again, they might. Yeah, if they do it again, it might.
Lopez recovered.
Less than a minute, though.
How about it?
You know, I mean, wanting to get right back in there.
Balls of steel.
Oh, there you go, Don.
Tucker loads up on the right hand.
So as we said in the debut, the short notice debut, Lopez looks very well rounded, dangerous off the back, powerful strikes, got out wrestled, and there it is again, taken down, but right into a triangle.
He went straight to a jumping triangle. It's beautiful. He just tries to threaten. That's what I mean. He threatens submissions as a defense.
Now, Tucker's no stranger to this. Well versed in these areas. He's a black belt, but this is getting close. The right foot's going to go under the knees. I'm sure most people know that's getting closer and closer.
Hand is in there, though. He's got
the armbar, though.
Nice adjustment. It's in now. Now the armbar. He used the armbar to sink in the triangle. Now he's going back to armbar.
This got it.
Nasty.
Elbows.
Wow. Busted his arm.
Diego Lopez, light them all up in Nashville. And he says to Dana White, I'm here. You're damn right you're here. Diego Lopez.
Wow. He just smacked my hand and nearly broke it. That's a powerful dude.
Whoa. That triangle, he jumped to that triangle, and it was a beautiful finish.
Let's take a look at tonight's freaky fast finish, brought to you by Jimmy John's.
Let's take a look at this. You see that Tucker goes for the single, and he jumps to it. See how he gets outside of that left arm of Tucker? Now that's how you know he's really got it. Now he pulls the head down here, and he stays on the wrist. Look at how he uses his right hand to grab the wrist. Pulling that arm through pulls Tucker's head into the triangle, and then he can transition from armbar to triangle back and forth. Look at that elbow snapping right there. He for sure snapped something in there. And then he transitions to the mount triangle, which makes the triangle even tighter. The arms hurt, lets go of it. Beautiful, perfect jumping triangle to armbar transition. I mean, you can go either way. That's what's so beautiful about that. If you pull the arm out, he's got the triangle. If he doesn't get the triangle, he's got the armbar.
And there is the reaction from the
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jimmy Neely has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 38 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, Diego Lopez.
What a night it has been thus far at Madison Square Garden. Best seemingly yet to come. Tonight's Fight Clock brought to you by Timex, official timekeeper of UFC, the only watch tough enough for UFC. Sabatini in blue, Lopez in black. Sabatini showing a southpaw stance early.
And you always wonder how these guys who are predominantly grapplers, like Pat Sabatini, will approach a fight when they know that opponent is as dangerous on the ground as they are.
Sabatini just caught him with the right hand there. Looks very loose and fluid.
Look at the size of his back.
Yeah, he's a thick fella. That's a lot of squeeze your neck power right there.
Yes, it is.
Sabatini, former Division I wrestler, Rider University in New Jersey, was actually the first man at his high school to reach 100 career wins. But pursuing that wrestling in this particular matchup may come with a cost.
Lopez is a predator.
Crypto.com, the world's leading cryptocurrency platform, trusted by more than 80 million users worldwide.
Oh, beautiful job by Lopez. He caught him.
Oh, hit him.
Touch her. Look at him. He's
Oh, Diego Lopez does it again! Nothing hyperbolic about it, the real deal!
He went right to trouble.
Hey, that dude's sick. Lopez is sick.
He's a predator, man.
What?
That dude is an animal.
He is sick.
I mean, he's everything we were saying in the lead up to this fight and more. His kick gets better every time we see him.
Every
Think
time.
about his career. Evil Ed first fight, almost submits him a couple times, submits Gavin Tucker, puts Sabatini to sleep. This kid is a star.
Yeah, he's sick, man. This dude is
And he's huge for the division. And look at the size of him. My goodness. Diego Lopez is a star.
Tonight's fight replays are brought to you by Monaco Canned Cocktails. 2 shots in every can. Feel the fun.
He catches him with a shot here, right hand over the top, and you see Sabatini's in real trouble. And Lopez just swarms. Look at these shots. And that's a wrap.
It's over, man. I mean, he looked like he's from Oklahoma.
I mean, he is an animal.
got that
This guy
nice
can do
moment.
everything. Look, he
Look at
catches him there, and then the right hand of Sabatini's in real trouble there. It just jumps all over him.
I mean, Pat's out, though.
What
Pat's
a
already
finisher.
out.
Yeah, out cold.
Pat's already out. And Lopez just jumps on him.
And there's the reaction from Francisco Grasso and company in the Diego Lopez corner. 23rd pro win, DC. 21st finish, 14th in the first round. We talk, of course, about the...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 30 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Diego Lopez!
Super Sadiq Yusuff. 6-2 in his UFC
Diego,
career to date.
Fight's on.
This fight clock is brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the UFC. Lopez in black, Yusuff in green. Pretty cool to see Sadiq Yusuff get some voiceover work right on that Disney Kugali, the African storytelling arm. I'm not sure if you guys caught that, but it's always nice to see fighters get unique opportunities, and he's absolutely crushing it outside the octagon.
He is. I saw a picture Kamaru Usman put on about that, and I told him, I said, that's the conversations I had in my household growing up. That's how we sounded. He told me absolutely not. He won't let me pretend to be from the motherland. He just shut me down, and I still haven't forgiven him. I told him I was going to beat him when I saw him this weekend.
Lopez has landed 2 hard calf kicks to start things off. And third. Sadiq checked that one, though, and landed...
Yusuff trying to scramble and survive 1 minute in.
That looked like an uppercut and close by Lopez. Lopez must have some crack to land that in tight like that.
Well, he is so big for this weight class.
Yeah.
Another furious start to a Diego Lopez fight. We'll see if Yusuff has
Yusuff's in big trouble here. Mounted.
That's 2 right uppercuts by Lopez.
Sadiq trying to sneak out the back.
That is it! You gotta be kidding me! Diego Lopez does it again!
This kid is the real deal.
He really is the real deal.
And he just asked Dana White permission before jumping the fence. Mark Zuckerberg alongside. A star continues to be born tonight.
Wow.
This is what we were talking about leading into this fight, that this kid is something special. He is a real assassin inside the octagon. What a vicious striker this young man is.
Well, Diego Lopes will be among the ranked next week. And caution, flammable. 22nd finish.
Wow.
In his 24 pro wins.
Looking tight here. He throws a left hook. Oh, it's the right uppercut and tight. Drops Sadiq Yusuff. He goes and jumps on him, tries to finish him. Sadiq survives. He gets him up. Body shot, right uppercut again. That drops Yusuff. I mean, this dude has some pop in his hands. And as Joe alluded to on the walk, even in a loss, you saw that there was something there with this kid. And now he seems to...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 29 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Diego Lopez.
At 4:30 p.m. Pacific, Dan Ige was not on this fight card. And here he is competing in the co-main event. Ige in black, Diego Lopes in green.
I think Ige is ranked 13th still.
He's got the red corner as such.
Yeah.
Well, and if any coach and team can make day of adjustments, Francisco Grasso and crew, but really different stylistic challenge in front of Lopez tonight.
But I mean, this kid, man, he had everything, right? He could have went to the top 5 with a victory over Brian Ortega. He was dealt such a raw hand. And now he's in there with a guy that's completely not even on his radar. But I mean, he took on Evloev on 5 days. So there's nothing to think that this kid wouldn't fight anyone.
Oh,
This
nice
is
move
how
from
he fights
Lopez.
everybody. He fights like a mad dog.
Good counter there a moment ago by Ige, trying to establish his jab now.
Ige's got tremendous boxing. Dynamite in his hands. All of my Hawaiian friends are texting me going, we're just built different.
Oh, nice knee, and now a left hook counter by Ige. Ige was training for a co-main event on July 20th. Clearly in shape.
I was about to say, he looks like he's in shape.
He was going to fight Chepe Mariscal, who may or may not need a new opponent. You just never know.
A lot of benefits for Ige being that he didn't have any nerves, right? So no sleepless nights, no anticipation, wakes up, no weight cut. All those things play into his favor.
And you know, there's a lot that goes into a fight, man. When you're getting ready to fight, you know on that day you have to go in that octagon.
Nice knee there by Lopez. Ige ate it well. Lopez off to a furious start. He's already landed 14 significant strikes to Ige's 3.
Off to a Lopez type of start.
That's right.
That's what he does, man, every single time.
But Ige is so defensively responsible. You see where he is with his hands. Good head movement, good ability to counter. Takes advantage of the small openings like he did in the Filet fight.
What I loved about the Ige text message was it felt like if he didn't get this opportunity, he'd be getting screwed. Not many take that approach.
Yeah.
It's like, do not take this from me.
Right.
Yeah, that's a real warrior.
If I'm another top 10 featherweight contender competing in Vegas, you got to think if your opponent falls out, Ige's right around the corner. Nice sequence there by Lopez.
Good right hand by Lopez right there. Boy, Lopez is wild.
He just throws, man.
And he takes the shot very well. He's got that square jaw.
Some redness on that lead leg of Ige. About a minute to go here in round one.
Lopez got to be careful with those kind of entrances.
Yes.
Where he just kind of winds up and makes it very obvious that he's charging. Ige has very sharp counters. It's a good right hand by Ige. Oh, nice elbow there by Lopez.
Lopez loves that uppercut whenever you come in close.
And that imperative came from the corner. 26th pro fight for Dan Ige tonight. He has never been finished.
Guillotine.
Oh.
He jumps to the thing.
Oh, guard.
Oh, man.
He's got it deep. It's real deep. It's real
Oh,
deep.
my goodness.
Ige, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, trying to stay calm.
He wants to keep him from using the legs.
Yeah, he cannot let him get his legs in there.
Yeah, this is tight, but if he gets those legs on, it's even tighter. He's out. He's out. Dan's up to his feet. Nice stomp. Nice job.
Ige survives the late submission attempt. Here we go with round two. Ige in black, Lopez in green.
What you saw in that scramble, how quickly Diego Lopez jumps on submissions. You can't leave anything out there with this kid.
12 of Lopez's 24 career wins have come by way of submission.
Nice low kick by Lopez there. That really reddened up the calf of Dan Ige.
Nice counter right and a quick one by Lopez.
A few more of those leg kicks from Lopez will really start to take an effect on Dan Ige.
Ige able to check that last one. Now he switches stances, so clearly something's bothering him. Good right hand there by Ige behind the ear of Lopez. Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka waiting in the wings. Lopez has outstruck Ige 36-12 unofficially. 3.5 now to go in round two. How about Lopez weighing in 3 times, right? Got to 46 before he went to bed, wakes up, rehydrates 55, and then has to weigh in today.
High kick by Ige.
That landed, that got,
Lopez, yeah,
that got close. Ige's got to be really careful with his back here.
Lopez is on his back now.
Look on the cage, keep your feet out of the cage. Push, don't grab.
Ige tried to shake him off, but Lopez is on him. Body triangle locked
body
in.
triangle, yep.
Ige did a good job of it, at least keeping that right leg on the inside and not on the outside. And he can work, and now he's working towards that side to try to loosen up that body triangle. Now it's on the outside. When it's on the outside, they can use the butterfly hook to elevate that right leg.
Lopez maintaining that body triangle.
Now Dan's on the right side. He's leaned on the right side. That puts pressure on that ankle, makes it very difficult to
And you
cinch
can
it
attack
up.
the lock.
Yep.
Look at that. Now he's attacked the lock.
He's
Perfect
trying to break
defense by
free.
Dan Ige.
Yep. But now he's got it, and he's got his back.
It's on the other side now. Now look at Ige. Ige's doing the right thing defensively here. But every time he switches sides, Diego Lopez flips the lock on the body triangle, knowing that he doesn't enjoy the pressure from that side when he gets his foot on the mat.
Good defense by Dan Ige.
Lopez credited with 1 submission attempt thus far.
Ige was almost out when he got that foot. But Diego Lopez is just such a high-level grappler. He was able to maintain back control.
Ige fighting hands, late round 2. Lopez trying to find some striking opportunities. Couple nice right hands from Ige.
Those are some of the hardest right hands I've ever seen with a guy on your back.
Right.
He bounced his head off the mat.
Yeah, those are clean.
Ige just such a gamer, man. It's just crazy to try to wrap our heads around what his day has held.
Diego's trying to go for an armbar here, but Dan's gonna sneak out. Maybe not.
All right, here we go. 3rd and final round of our co-main event at UFC 303. We'll see how Ige mitigates risk. Certainly Eric Nixick implying he'd like to see him take some chances.
We tell him the truth. You're playing with house's money. Nothing to lose here, Dan. Ige's corner very loose in between rounds. And I feel like that's on the surface, right? You gotta be feeling anxiety when your guy is in here on such short notice, but the more they panic, the more it'll go to their athlete. So they're doing a good job of staying loose and managing his energy.
These guys are going at it early round 3. Lopez has eaten a few big shots from Ige.
Ige's really swinging here.
Ige's doing exactly what they asked him to do.
A lot of pressure by Ige here. Oh! Solid right hand by Ige.
Lopez follows up with a jab.
That was a good right hand by Dan Ige.
Ige switching up the footwork now, going southpaw. Lopez hanging out on that apron near the fence.
Oh, that leg kick hurt him. That last leg kick hurt Dan Ige bad.
And that allowed Lopez to close the distance,
Great
but as
scramble.
yet, yeah, not able to take Ige down.
Great scramble by Ige to stay up. Very good job by Ige. Look at this. Fantastic job.
Lopez is getting tired. Lopez is getting very tired.
He just looked up at the clock. Ige saw it too. Plenty of time.
Under 3 minutes to go as Lopez circles.
Crazy that the guy who took this fight on 4 hours notice.
Oh!
The emotional toll this kid must be going through, though.
Oh, for Lopez, right?
I mean, those calf kicks, even a small one, is starting to really bother Ige. Ige's got him measured, though. He's measuring him.
Oh, another good shot by Ige.
This has been Ige's best round by a significant margin. Shot from Lopez from way out.
Oh, yeah. Fatigued by Lopez, but very smart there trying to get to a takedown.
Ige posts on a knee.
If Ige can find a way to defend this takedown, Lopez will be in a lot of trouble because he's using his last big burst of energy right now to get this takedown to save himself from Dan Ige.
And Ige separated the hands. If he can circle out of this, he's almost out. He's out. He's out. Oh, huge for Dan Ige.
No, should have backed away.
I thought so too.
Should not have engaged him in the grappling. Diego will lay here and just watch the time chip away.
Lopez with a partially closed guard here, just over a minute to go.
Big shot by Ige.
We got 1 minute. Cross face! Cross face! Cross face!
Dan, stand on your legs and push away.
Pressure in, go!
Go, set up now.
Elbow, elbow! Watch your arms, yes! Nice, Dan, yes!
Boy, Diego Lopes is exhausted here. Dan Ige's landed some great shots.
Final 30 seconds of what has been a whirlwind week for Diego Lopes, trying to see if he can survive the late pressure from the latest of replacements, Dan Ige.
Big shots by Dan Ige to close out this round. Lopez just holding on. Oh!
Oh, nice head kick late from Lopez. And that'll do it. All hail both of those athletes. Diego Lopes and Dan Ige go the distance in our co-main event.
He got, I think, punched in the throat. We'll communicate to him. He'd always been feeling his Adam's apple. Yeah. He'd been grabbing his Adam's apple since the first round. Yeah.
So you heard that, DC, from Jason Herzog. Diego Lopes, I was wondering if it was some sort of tick, but he was grabbing at his Adam's apple.
Yeah, for sure.
After maybe a strike to the throat. Dana White offering his appreciation for the athletes Ige and Lopez, their lives forever linked. And for Diego Lopes to accept the Ortega fight at 55. His coach had a hard time getting to Las Vegas. That was another variable he dealt with. It was a hellacious weight cut down to 46. And then to accept Dan Ige at 165 pounds. Ige's going to get a lot of credit, rightfully so, but Diego Lopes deserves some too.
Yeah, hats off to Diego Lopes for doing this. He didn't have to do it. Good combination there in the first round. Big elbow by Diego Lopes. Head kick lands for Ige. Diego takes him down and controls him. Takes his back. Round two, another takedown. Diego controls from the back. Threatens with submissions. Almost gets a Darce choke to end that round. End of the second round, Diego's on the back. Ige's just throwing punches. Calf kick hurts Ige. But then it was all Dan Ige on the feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Diego Lopes.
One of the best referees in the business, Mark Goddard. The beautiful Ariadna getting a start for round 1 of a possible 3 in the UFC featherweight division, currently reigned by one Ilia Topuria. All right, here we go, number 3 versus number 12 in the featherweight division. Brian Ortega in black, Diego Lopes in green. I'm anxious. Ortega cut down from 178 to 153 back in June, was unable to healthily. Oh! Huge early connection by Lopez!
My goodness!
That was so quick.
Oh! Ortega goes down again!
Ortega's in big, big trouble.
Lopez needs to give him space.
Oh, now Lopez going to the ground.
Lopez should give him space.
Point.
That was a nasty combination by Diego Lopez.
Brian Ortega's still in big trouble.
Oh, big ground strikes from Lopez getting through.
Ortega looking for the triangle, excuse me.
Oh!
And the T-City does stand for triangle.
Oh.
Got one of the best triangles in the game, but Lopez is raining down bombs on him. He's trying it again.
Lopez told us in our fighter meeting, I'm not afraid of his jiu-jitsu. Most of my featherweight contemporaries are.
He said he's busted open bad.
Yeah, nasty cut, that left eye.
If I'm Lopez.
Yeah, you're letting him stand
Sorry,
up.
John. If I'm Lopez, I'm letting him go.
It seems like Lopez wants to submit him. He wants to prove a point. He's a second-degree black belt himself. And to submit Brian Ortega would be a huge feather in his cap.
Huge ground strikes for Ortega.
Look at
to
this.
absorb.
But every moment on the ground gives Ortega a chance to recover.
Sure.
He was hurt so badly in that first opening exchange. Look at that up kick.
Diego Lopez in no rush to welcome Ortega back to his feet.
He's got to be careful of those up kicks.
Both men credentialed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. Diego Lopez is the head Jiu-Jitsu coach for Lobo MMA.
He's going to let him up.
Sage decision, perhaps, by Diego Lopez. Just over 2 minutes to go here in round one.
Ortega's busted up.
Ortega's got to find a way to survive. He should not take many risks. He should take his time.
Oh, nice job by Ortega connecting and following up with a jab. Well, Brian Ortega is nothing if not durable and still hanging around despite the great start for Lopez.
Good jab by Ortega.
Oh, nice right
Nice
hand.
left hook behind it as well.
Ortega working his way back into this fight.
Lopez is just so dangerous on the feet.
All right, this coach's cam is brought to you by Cuervo Tequila. We head into the corner of Brian Ortega, Henry Gracie, Tiki Gojin, Paul Herrera.
He's breathing hard, Brian. Yes. Corner it. You got to stay long, baby. Other side. Walk him like zombie. Yes. There you go.
At times throughout Ortega's career, he has been somewhat a king of a comeback, right? I mean, even the Yair Rodriguez fight, his last win, he had to rally, twisted his ankle before the fight even began.
Well, he's a tough guy, and he'll never give up on himself. But it'll be on Diego Lopez to continue to press him and make him work, because the longer Brian can find confidence with these jabs and having success with his striking, the more it'll build and the harder the fight will get for him.
Now imagine what would happen if Diego Lopez
will need to rally tonight if he is going to secure the victory. Round two is underway.
Diego Lopez is over here winking in between rounds.
Right.
Seems to be so comfortable inside of this high-level fight, the toughest fight of his career. At least on paper it is.
But meanwhile, very questionable decision going to the ground that first round.
Right.
If you're just trying to win the fight, that's not what you do. He did that to prove a point.
Right. Oh. Another nice heavy connection by Lopez.
And that's where you question him going to the ground, because on the feet, he's faster, and he seems to be able to find his strikes against Ortega. And when he had him hurt, maybe he was one shot away from finishing the fight.
Right. Well, step into Sphere yourself right after tonight's historic event in EA Sports UFC 5.
Ortega just landed a good right hand. And here's the thing, if this fight continues to go on, Ortega has very good hands. And if Lopez is slowing down because of all the energy he burned off in the first round, taking the fight to the ground, trying to finish him on the ground. He seems a little slower right now than he did at the beginning of the first.
Lopez is doing a good job throwing those outside leg kicks. He's landed about 2 real good ones. Ortega enters on a single leg.
All right, just about 3.5 minutes here to go round 2. Dean Thomas, what do you have?
So at the end of that round, I could hear Ortega's corner tell him Lopez is breathing hard.
Yeah.
That is a sign for Ortega to put the gas on. He's got to start turning up and make Ortega work or he's got to make Lopez work, because when Lopez punches, he tightens up. That's why his strikes are so strong, because he throws them so heavy. So if I'm Ortega, I'm putting the gas on him, see if I can't get him a little bit more tired, slow him down, because all he needs to do is get him to slow him down just a little bit for Ortega to hit a submission.
Yeah, I did notice some heavy breathing from Diego Lopez at the end of round 1. Nice pickup there, Dean Thomas.
But he hit the gas when they went to the ground.
Our fighter meeting centered almost entirely around him trying to finish this fight, winning in convincing fashion. He didn't necessarily talk about chasing a submission, but seems like he has really prioritized a finish, and it's not materialized just yet.
He's doing a good job with the calf kick, though, this round. He's landed about 3 of them that were really good and effective.
Another thing to take into consideration is how much weight Lopez cuts and how much of an effect that has on his cardio if the fight keeps going.
There is now a huge welt on the back leg, left shin of Brian Ortega.
Yeah. This round, Lopez has landed about 3 really nice leg kicks.
Oh! Ortega ate that head kick well.
Ortega looks good on the feet, though.
He does.
He looks more loose and fluid. Yeah, look what Dean said. Look at how Lopez tightens up when he throws every shot. Every shot is trying to take your head off. Whereas Ortega's just popping.
There it is.
Oh, nice
another
low
one.
kick. Oh,
yep,
he's hurt.
another one. Yep, that one hurt him bad. That leg kick, man, early in the round, you can see it starting to take an effect.
Yeah, there's a nasty welt on that left leg.
So now, even if Brian's checking him, it's still going to be painful. He's going to have to switch to southpaw and stay there to protect that lead leg.
There goes another one.
Ortega flirted with a stance switch there. Good right hand connection there by Ortega. Coming up on a minute to go, round 2.
Good movement there by Ortega, good angle. Oh, again, that low kick.
You see Ortega trying to commit now. He's trying to commit to his shots. The only thing is that first combination, and every single time he enters, Diego throws the right hand, left hook. It's making him hesitate just a little bit as he gets close. He needs to go all the way in, because the more he hesitates, the more he's in that in-between range where Diego Lopez can land his punches.
Lopez keeps touching his neck in that Adam's apple area. I'm not sure why. Ortega doing a nice job not biting on the myriad feints of Lopez.
Much, much better round for Brian Ortega.
Yeah.
Jab for T-City gets through. 10 minutes down.
And Thursday, Chael and I go back and forth. You don't want to miss it.
All right, a lot of fight fans pine for this one to be 5 rounds. It is 3. Final 5 minutes, yours now.
I mean, look at the swelling on the front leg of Brian Ortega.
He just planted on that leg and it buckled on him, but the swelling is insane. And he's flirted with the southpaw change a couple of times, but he just does not like fighting out of that stance.
Right.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, Lopez just touching that lead leg of Ortega.
What Lopez does so well is he throws with his hands and he gets close. And then you get to thinking, okay, we're boxing. And he just touches that low calf. I mean, this guy's the jiu-jitsu coach at his gym. And his hands look as good as anybody. And Ortega's hands look good.
Tonight's social media posts are brought to you by Dude Wipes. Don't grapple with toilet paper. Put Dude Wipes in your corner. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. Nice sequence there by Diego Lopes. Tiki Gojin calling for Ortega to work off of that jab, but they want him to take this fight to the ground. Easier said than done. Nice exchange there in the pocket. Ortega's hands look fast. Nice right hand by Lopez. Keeps touching that neck. Perhaps I'm unnecessarily leaning into it.
Good hands by Ortega. Looks very fluid. Nice jab.
They told Ortega in the between rounds he needs a finish. He's trying his best to try to do that. But look at the willingness of Lopez to stay in this type of fight, knowing, or at least he has a good idea that he's up 2-0.
Right hand over the top for Lopez. Nice entry. That's slick, man.
Beautiful entry there by Ortega. Nice takedown defense, man.
Ortega mentally, focus-wise, very much in this fight. Just over 2 minutes to go.
Who would have ever thought after that opening exchange this fight would be going like this in the third round?
No one. But again, that shows the toughness of Brian Ortega. You know, we have seen hard on display tonight by so many of these great athletes. They find themselves in very difficult situations and they keep fighting. Diego Lopez is winning this fight, but Brian Ortega is still fighting tough. Diego just hurt him there.
Yeah, that was a punch. Now Lopez working partially off the back of Ortega. 90 seconds to go.
You know, from the moment this young man got into the octagon, his first few fights, you knew that he had something.
Yeah.
And he just continues to improve and evolve.
We isolated that punch there that beautifully landed on Ortega. It is crazy to think about Diego Lopez, though, competing on the season premiere of Season 5 of Dana White's Contender Series, loses to Joe Anderson Brito, then lost his next fight, too, and now look at him, one of the best featherweights in the world.
But I think that speaks to the level of competition on the Contender Series, and then he took that fight on short notice against Mozart.
Right.
And while it didn't go his way, he got experience that when he was in there with Gavin Tucker and Pat Sabatini, those aren't those guys that he even fought on the Contender Series, right? So he just continues to get better.
And almost submitted Mozart twice.
Yeah. And just confidence, man, that comes from being in those types of fights. Then you realize, I've had time. I'm more prepared. I'm better than I was even then.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I be competing?
Oh, he stung him. Left hand for Lopez.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this kid.
Chasing a finish in the waning seconds. Now trying to get on the back of Ortega.
What an exchange.
Oh! What a fight! What a fight, Diego Lopez.
What a fight.
And Brian Ortega finished strong. And Dana White just said to Lopez, you're number 3 now. Diego Lopez will be in the top 3 come Monday morning. In all likelihood, Brian T-City Ortega at his game best as usual. But in all likelihood, lost all 3 rounds here as Diego Lopez will move from 12 near the top of the division. So the finish for Diego Lopez nearly materialized in round 1. DC's trying to talk
Right
to
here
a
you
replay.
see a beautiful overhand right left hook by Diego Lopes, who's over here talking to us, talking to Sean Shelby. Some great ground and pound here by Lopez. Then another right hand over the top with a left hook that follows. That was the combination that he landed on a number of occasions. High kick lands for Lopez. The outside calf kick was one of his best weapons of the entire fight. Third round, both of these guys going at it. Another combination for Lopez. Look at that big left hook right here. Lands on the eye of Brian Ortega. He thought he got poked, but it was a punch by Diego Lopez. He hurts him bad here, drops Ortega. I mean, Diego Lopez is an absolute savage. Brian Ortega showed well, but boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-26, 30-27, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision,